What's up YouTube, Jeff back again, and today I have a really exciting video for you guys. If you follow Android in general, you know the Android 13 beta just dropped yesterday for Pixel phones. It's the first beta. Today I'm going to talk about which features from the Android 13 beta could potentially make it into One UI 5 when that beta drops for your Galaxy S22 Ultra later this year. Before we do that, I do want to mention the new case I have here, brought to you by my friends at Simply Carbon Fiber. They sent this out for review. It's a fantastic looking case. This is their forged carbon case. You guys can see the minimal branding at the bottom. I love how the white text matches the white on my Galaxy S22 Ultra. Absolutely beautiful. The front has nice raised up, so you can go ahead and sit this down face first if you would like, no problem at all. Cutouts for your S Pen, of course, your speaker, charging port, all the ports are on point. This thing also has really great grip. It's got a textured side on it, so it's really easy to grip, and the buttons are also very, very responsive. They did give a promo code of Jeff10 if you guys want to get 10% off their cases. This is their website right here, Simply Carbon Fiber, as you guys can see. They've got cases for pretty much every phone you could want. There's the forged carbon one for the S22 Ultra. They also have the regular real carbon fiber case for the S22 Ultra. They also have cases for your Pixel. So if you have a Pixel 6, like I have right here, you can get one of their carbon fiber cases. There's the one for the Pixel 6 if you'd like to pick that up. Again, if you want to pick up some of their cases, they also have really awesome wallets, watches, sunglasses, really cool stuff, all in carbon fiber theme if you're a huge fan of that. I'll drop the link below and my discount code, which is Jeff, Jeff 10. Thanks to Simply Carbon Fiber for supporting the channel and sponsoring the video. Okay, so now let's talk about it. Android 13, like I said, today I'm mainly going to be using the Pixel because I'm going to be talking about which features of Android 13 might make their way into One UI beta for One UI 5.0, which we think is coming in July. I made a video about that a while back, and I'll drop the link if you guys want to check out the news that said Samsung is going to release that beta fairly early this year, so we're going to have a chance to see it pretty soon. So I went through, been playing with this. I put the beta on my Pixel 6, been using it the last day, and I have some stuff that I think could make its way to Samsung's One UI 5.0. Not everything on the Android 13 beta side is going to make it into One UI 5.0. Some stuff that Google decides to put on Android is not stuff that Samsung ends up putting into the final version of One UI, some of the tweaks, some of the little features. So here's some things I think could make it, and a couple that might be minor annoyances that may or may not make it. Hopefully they don't, because they could be a little annoying for Samsung users. The first thing is the new music player UI. So when you go to the lock screen and you play music, I guess I need to do that because I stopped playing music earlier. Here's my YouTube music. Go back to the lock screen. There's a new little squiggly line here. Hopefully I don't get a bug. I've been having a bug with One UI where I have to press Google Assistant to get back to the lock screen. I mean, this is a beta, so I guess you can't really complain. So anyway, when you hit the play button over here, it's going to show you this little squiggly line right here. You guys can see it right there. As it progresses the music from left to right, it stays straight here as it progresses on the right, but its left is squiggly as you progress through the song. So this is a completely new UI that actually debuted with the developer previews, and they're continuing it. I definitely think Samsung could potentially adopt this in One UI 5. A lot of times the things that Google does stylistically with some of the music widgets, Samsung will bring that to One UI, but then they'll tweak it slightly to give it that nice Samsung flavor. So I definitely think there's a good chance we could see that in some form or fashion. The next thing is the new clipboard pop-up and editor. So if you go into something like Google Chrome, this is the Pokemon edition of the Z Flip 3, which actually I'd love to get my hands on, but probably going to be like $5 grand. If you copy some text, so you copy it, there's a new pop-up down here in the bottom left corner where you'll see the text you've copied in a much larger format. You see it says Samsung. And, oh, I gotta copy it again. And you can hit this edit thing right here and it'll show you exactly where you copied it from. So the app is right here, and then you can edit it in a larger format. That's nice if you want to add some stuff to that copied text before you paste it. I really do like this addition. It's a small tweak. I definitely could see Samsung adding this maybe in a slightly modified form. The pop-up might be a little bit different to match the style of One UI, but I definitely think we could see that on our Galaxy phones a little bit later this year. The next feature is more Material You colors. And this is a no-brainer. I definitely think Samsung will bring this. If you long press on the home screen and go to Wallpaper and Style, Before, there were only a couple of color options here. Samsung already has, I think, more than Google. But now if you swipe, you actually got like tons of color options. I think there's 16 total. And of course, this only happens if you have a wallpaper that has a lot of colors. So like this one, I chose a wallpaper that's got like a rainbow of colors. If you don't have a wallpaper that has a lot of colors, then you won't get as many options. So I tried a monochrome wallpaper. Obviously, you're only going to get a standard 4 options. There really aren't even 4 that make sense. But this is definitely something Samsung could do, is expand with more Material You colors. It's very simple to do. People love customizing and theming their devices, so it just makes sense to add that feature. The next thing is smart home controls while locked, and this is actually a feature that I don't think Samsung will necessarily bring, at least not in its current format. If you go into the settings menu in Android 13 Beta 1, and you go down to display and lock screen, there's a toggle to control from locked device. You can control your smart lights, all your different smart home devices, and Samsung typically doesn't integrate smart home as closely as Google does, at least not when it comes to things like the lock screen, because of course they have their own SmartThings app, and for them, they probably just feel like it doesn't make sense because then they're not promoting SmartThings as much. So integrating it with the stock Android setup doesn't make as much sense, whereas Google has, Nest and all their smart home apps, so it makes sense to provide that convenience. I've had trouble using this in Android 13 Beta 1. When I turn this on, it makes my lock screen always go gray like you guys saw earlier, and then I have to press down the assistant button to get it to work. So I'm not gonna show this directly, but that's the feature. And I don't think it's gonna come in the same form as the Pixels on One UI 5. The next thing, which is a very annoying feature, is that in Android 13 Beta 1, you have to allow notifications in every new app that you download. And it's just as annoying as it sounds. If you download a new app or an app that you haven't opened before, then you're going to have to allow permissions for that app, and you're going to have to do it every single time. So like Pocket Cast is an app I've already downloaded. However, let's go and download another one of my favorite apps. We'll go here and download Wall-E, which is another wallpaper app. I don't have this one on the Pixel 6 yet. And we're gonna download this in real time, and then I'll show you exactly the pop-up that you get when you open the app. So here we go to open, allow Wall-E 4K to send you notifications. It's gonna do this for literally every single app out there, which is gonna annoy some people. I guess it's good to control notifications and privacy and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it is something you're gonna have to do, and it might be something that you don't like about Android 13. And I definitely see that also coming, of course, to One UI 5. That will probably be mandated by Google since it's a security thing. And finally, some of the developer previews of Android 13, they had haptic feedback turned off in silent mode, which I hated, complained about. And I don't think Samsung would ever do this, hopefully, but they brought it back with the Beta 1. Now, if you swipe backwards, you swipe up, you get your haptics, even if you're in silent mode, which is great because I have my phone on silent a lot working as a professor. Anyway, guys, those are the features I believe are going to make its way into One UI 5 from the current Android 13 Beta 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon. Future videos like this. If you guys want to check out Simply Carbon Fiber, use the code JEFF10, JEFF10. I'll drop their link to their website and the discount code below. Got some sweet cases for both Galaxy phones and Pixels. If you're still on that Pixel life, no problem at all. They got you covered. I appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.